because there isn't really no such example in the world. Everything in creation is lacking something, right? A physical king could be that he's lacking health. It could be that he's lacking peace in his family. But by Hashem is not lacking anything because there is nothing except for Hashem. All there is Hashem. Hashem creates everything, but he does it by concealing himself. But the fact is nothing is outside of God. So everything good comes from Hashem. Anything that when there's a lack of good, that's called bad. When there's a lack of health, then there's sickness. But by Hashem, everything is good and healthy and blessed and meaningful and happy. Hashem is the ultimate goodness. We don't see this now. So we have to, our occupation now is to draw a little bit of this godliness into the world, the light. It says, but that's called filling the lack. But if we could make Hashem himself revealed in the world, then it wouldn't be a lack. There wouldn't be even relevant that there should be a lack. Not even possible that there should be a lack. Inyan Shlomo is that, maybe I'll give you an example. Here, let me give you an example. Here, like for instance, if I would come up to you and I would say, listen, I have some really good heroin. How would you, I scored some really good, want to take some? I say, tell me, Rabbi Boldan, are you nuts? What's your story? No, heroin, you don't know what pleasure it is. This is really, really good stuff. This is really good stuff. How do you know? I mean, you ever took this stuff? Yeah. Oh, wow, this is really, you'll see. You'd say, you're Meshuggah. Why would I even want to take it? I mean, you have to be sick to take this stuff. And nothing is, I'm not lacking anything. Oh, yes, you are lacking. What are you lacking? You're lacking this good feeling. He says, you're crazy. I don't want to take it. In other words, what does it mean? When a person is healthy, it's not possible by him, the idea of being sick. It's not irrelevant. You understand? It's not relevant to him to be sick. If a person is not healthy, if there's something messed up by the person, right, then he's going to take drugs. He'll do anything to get rid of his depression or whatever he has. He's willing to jump on anything. But if a person is healthy and he's normal, what am I'm lacking taking drugs? Right? A woman is lacking to be a prostitute. To be a prostitute, ooh, it's so wonderful. You stand on the street. What are you, nuts? What are you, crazy? That's the most stupid thing in the world. Who would want to lose your honor, your self-esteem, your value as a human being? You're becoming an animal, right? If you have a feeling of your own honor as a human being and your own value, you're not going to do these stupid things. You're not going to do it. Where do you get this feeling of honor being? You feel human. You feel real. It's a natural feeling, right? So a person who really feels reality, is he's not going to do these other stupid things. He's not going to do things that hurt himself. Right? He's not going to kill people. He's not going to get angry. He's not going to. Right? Ideally, in Mashiach, in the time of Mashiach, there's not going to be any anger. There won't be any hatred. There won't be any depression. There won't be any addictions. The world will get along very fine without those things. Because all those things only come from a lack of reality. A person doesn't feel really what's real, is he's willing to do all these other stupid things. Right? Stupid things. And then, of course, there's all these other philosophers, like I started the class off, and psychiatrists. They say, there's no such thing as reality. Everybody just does what they want to. That's wrong. There's no such thing as value. There's no such thing as right or wrong. Right? That was Spinoza and these people. That's what they did. There's no such thing as good and bad. So if so, you make the whole world become sick. What do you mean sick? There's no such thing as sick. You take drugs, let them take drugs with you. But it's not so. A person who's healthy, he's not going to want to do these things. He won't want to do these weird, crooked, crazy things. He won't want to do it, right? But once a person does do it, he doesn't feel it's crazy. He feels it's the most natural thing in the world. They have the whole world now, homosexuality. It's a plague in the whole world. Everybody feels the most natural thing in the world. What's wrong with it? I don't understand, right? But the fact is, a person who's fulfilled and is happy, he's not going to want to do that. He's going to want to say, listen, God doesn't want it in the Torah. Maybe I have an urge to do that. Maybe I have an urge to kill people also. Maybe I have an urge to steal. Maybe I have an urge to kill myself. Maybe I have an urge to but if a person is healthy, he's not going to have an urge to do that and not an urge to do that. He's not going to have an urge to, right? He's not going to have an urge to do these things. It's just going to be a natural thing. Right? Usually, in the religious communities, there's a very small percentage of drug addicts. Very small percentage. There's a very small occurrence of murder and rape. It rarely occurs. I mean, sometimes a person goes crazy. Why? These people are so special. No, because they have a whole set of fulfillment. They feel differently. I'm not talking about, you're going to get killed if you do these things. Just they have a certain sense of fulfillment that they just don't want to do these things. They just don't want to. There's always people that are different aberrations. But what's the idea? The idea I'm trying to say is, when Hashem is revealed, there is such a thing as good. There is such a thing as right. And if people feel it, not just that they read it in a book and that they do. Right now, nowadays, that's what we have to do. We have to fight against it. Some for a guy who's a natural drug addict or a natural gambler, or he likes to, whatever it is, run after women or run after violence or things like that. There's all sorts of crazy people, right? Then they have to fight against a terrible battle. But in the future, there's not going to be the battle because people will feel godliness. They'll feel good. They'll feel real. They'll feel that there's a purpose for every second of their creation, that they have a meaning. So it's a different sort of a reality that people will feel, ideally. You can feel a little bit of it now. But what the Rebbe wants to say is in the days of Mashiach, the whole thing of the days of Mashiach is a feeling of a new reality, a feeling of who you really are. The feeling of the Creator, that He's creating you and that He trusts you, He's together with you, that you have a responsibility to Him, and Hashem is fulfilling His responsibility to you, He's creating you. But to feel it is different. To feel it. So that's what the Rebbe says. Nowadays, we can't really feel it. All we can do is little tiny lights once in a while. But in the future, there's going to be the union of completion. It says, Ubamela, so automatically, that's where we are, yes? Huh? Is that where we are? What's the last word on the line? Ubamela, so automatically. Let's just go one line up. Aval, Bad, Ba'atzmos Ein Sof, in the essence of Ein Sof, in the essence of Hashem, Baruch Hu, Sham, there, Hu Inyan is the topic of Shleimus, of completion. Sham, that there, Ein or Shayach, it's not relevant. Klal is Inyan, the whole topic, Hachisaron, of a lack. When Hashem is revealed, there's no lacking. Ubamele, so automatically, right? Just like a healthy person is not going to want to take heroin. I'm not lacking that. I'm not missing that. I don't know what you're talking about. Right? It's not lacking. When Hashem is revealed, then nothing is lacking. Ubamele, so automatically, ein o shayech, it's not relevant. Mila yachisron, filling up any lacks. Ela but sham, there, who is inyan hashleimus, the idea of completion. And maybe I can give you another example. And non-religious people, I tell people, I don't have a television in my house. A non-religious person, I remember it was me the same thing. You don't have a television? What do you do? What do you do all day? You don't have a television, right? I don't have a television. I haven't got a second free in the day. I don't know how people can sit and watch television. I can watch television for an hour, for 2 hours. Right? It's impossible. I don't know how people can do it. But when I used to have a television, I could not live without a television. You come home, the first thing you watch television, you got to watch a program, you watch a movie, you watch a thing, you watch a talk show. You got to watch it, right? You have to see a Popeye show. You got to see what's going to be today. Right? Why do you have to see? But a person that has these things, he's lacking it. But when you don't have it, you realize, well, I'm not lacking anything. These programs were really stupid. They were really foolish, What was I? Why? They say the newspapers that half of it is false and the other half is not true. I've got to read the newspaper. I got to see what's going on. Right? So it's true. There's a little bit of news maybe you have to know. But the point is that the idea that there's something lacking only comes when a person is like a little bit fooled. But when a person is filled, you're not lacking anything. You don't need it. Right? Take it or leave it. You don't have to go to a movie. You have to go to movies, right? Got to go to a movie. The best box. You see these boxes. Best movie, the greatest movie. Earned $2 billion on the first day. Everybody has to see this movie. Why? Why do you have to see the movie? But you didn't see the movie. You didn't see the movie. You're nuts. What a movie. What did you get out of the movie? Dude, you didn't see. It was something. I never saw such a movie. It was a movie that just changed my whole life. How are you different now? Because now I don't want to see that movie anymore. I saw it already. Maybe I'll see it again. How are you changed? How did you become a different person? The movie, right? you're a better person now. You get less angry. You want to see a movie? See a movie. See a movie. You have to see the movie. 2 billion people saw this movie. What do you have to see the movie? You must see it. What is the movie? It's a bunch of pictures on it. You see? But it's such a big thing. The movie industry too. It's a multi-trillion-dollar business. So it says, when there is shleimus, when there's completion, people won't be so tremendously occupied with these things. You want to see a movie, see. You want to see a baseball game, see a movie. That's your whole life. You go crazy. Your team won. You go and you burn the whole town down. You turn over cars and you kill the next door neighbor because he's the different team than you. Right? What's going on over there? That's not really reality. When there's completion, so then there's nothing lacking. Inyan Shlemos, the whole idea of completion, who is te'eno shayich. It's not possible. Klalos, the entire Inyan idea hachisaron of a lack. It's not possible. That's what it means. Antu shlemu the kuluhu. That's what it means when it says, quote, the ant and you God, who are shlemu, the completion, the kuluhu of everything. It doesn't mean that you complete what's lacking. It means that you are complete. There is no possibility of a lack when God is revealed. The kasher that when nimshach is drawn down, bechin at the level of ha'atzmus, of the essence, then hu shemashlim. This is completion. This is what's called complete. So it's the same question people ask. One second, what's going to be in the world if there's no drugs and there's no entertainment industry and there's no television and there's no... What do people do? What are you going to do? If there's no anger and there's no this and there's no gambling, what are people going to do? So what do you mean what are people going to do? People are going to be people. They're going to be able to make the right decisions. We're in this world in order to make meaningful decisions, live in a proper world. The world can get along very well without all these things. These are just distractions. When there's a revelation of Hashem, then man is really going to be man. That's what Rebbe's point is going to be. The Gam, that's the big aleph in the word Adam. The Gam, also a spiros. Also, even in the sphere of Shibbahem, that in them, Shayach is relevant. Inyan Chisaron, that even the spirot, the names of God, that by them it is possible that there can be a lack. That when there is revealed the essence of God, Yehiyu, these spirot, where there could be lacking, Yehiyu will be, Gam Kain also, Ba'ofen, in a way, Kazeh, like this. Shalo Yiyeh, that it will not be, Shayach, possible, Chisaron, a lacking, Klal at all. Won't be possible that there can be anything lacking at all. Listen, I don't know if this is a good example. Maybe it's a terrible example, but I'll say it anyway. There used to be, maybe there still is, rock and roll stars, movie stars, people, right? There was people that they just, oh, he touched me. I saw him. There he is. I saw him. He's happy the whole week. I saw him. I was in the same room with him. He spoke to me, right? I was at the concert, right? Girls used to jump off the balconies. They would see Elvis. Oh, I saw him there. What did you see? I saw him just to be in the same room with this great man, this tremendous person. I am a complete person now. What do you complete? Beforehand, you were missing all sorts of things. You wanted to go out and who knows what to do. Now you're not lacking anything. I just go the whole day in euphoria, the whole week. Oh, I was in the same room as him. Whatever. Sometimes there's people that really, they're more popular, they're more successful. This person is like special. The person is around him, right? You're around him, you see him, you have his signature, you're this. This, I feel complete. What do you feel complete by? You feel complete because you're around a person who's a little bit special. He's a little bit different. All of a sudden you're completely bottled. There used to be places where there used to be a king. You saw the king. Oh, everybody bows to the king. I saw the king. We're going to go see the king says. Do anything the king. You just hear the word of the king. You hear that whether this guy wants something from you. Oh, you're the happiest person in the world. It's the same thing with Hashem. When Hashem is revealed, Hashem is not a person. He's not a movie star. He's not this. But he has the infinite, this person has this a little quality of being something special. Everybody goes crazy for him. Everybody feels happy to be around him, right? The same thing, Hashem is the source of all these feelings. The source of all this happiness, the source of all this inspiration. So it says, when Hashem is revealed, then there's no sadness whatsoever. It's a trillion, billion times when this movie star, or you come him, you touch him. In Cain, if so, move on, it's understood. To know that it is not, when Hashem is revealed, it's not rak only, miloi chisaron, filling up what's lacking. But the Rebbe is trying to tell us that there's a whole new thing that you don't even know what it is. And that's called the Bechina Shleimus. That it's possible that the whole world can be perfect. And that people can be perfect. That's what the Rebbe says. It's called Shleimus. It's possible. That's what Judaism is working for. That's what Abraham wanted to start. That people should be aware of this completeness. And this will be understood from what the rabbis say in the Gemara Sukkah. Tav Mem Tes Amud Beis. What does it say? Omer Rav Elazar, says Rav Elazar. This is a quote. Omer Rav Elazar, Gadola, greater. Kamilat Chasadim, greater is kindness, acts of kindness, yoter, more, miat tzedakah, than charity. Ubagimel Milos, it says three things, three qualities, shemavur sham. Three, advantages that are explained there. Malos is advantages, quality. The Gamilat Chasadim, acts of kindness, al tzedakah, and charity. And one of them is, Omer, it says, that tzedakah, that charity, who is la'anim. Charity is only for people who lack. Right? You go to a rich person, you give him a dime, you give him $1. I don't need your money. Please, I don't need your money. I have everything in here. Take $100. Take it. Says, please, I don't need your money. But that's not called charity. Charity is only for a poor person. A poor person who's lacking, that's charity. Kamilat chasadim, but acts of kindness, bein la'anim or bein la'ashir, is both for poor people and for rich people. Right? You see a rich person, you say, good morning, my friend. Oh, that's an act of kindness. Right? An act of kindness. He's not lacking anything. You just added him another thing. God bless you. Yeah. Is that nice? Very nice. You did a nice thing. Right? He wasn't missing anything. You just did a nice thing for him. An act of kindness. Hari. It's tzedakah, the charity. Who he is, rak, only milia chisaron. It's only filling something that's lacking. The tzedakah, the charity, kativ, it is written, quote, Dai machsaro asher yachsarlo. Enough for his lack, Dai, enough for his lack, asher yachsarlo, that is lacking him. Right? A person is lacking, he's lacking $10, you give him $10, that's charity. For his lacking something, a person, let's say, used to be rich, used to have 5 Mercedes, now he feels bad, he only has 4. If you give him a Mercedes, that's called charity. That's called tzedakah. Called tzedakah. Hainu, yes, it says, Omer Razal, rabbis say, Avo, but, I ata, you are not. Quote, Avo, but, I ata, you are not. Mechuyav, obligated, la'asharo, to make him rich. The tzedakah, the charity, he is, law says, to give the ani to the poor person, ma shechaser lo, what he's lacking. Avalo la'asharo, but you don't have to make him rich. A poor person, you don't have to give him $1 million. But chesed, kindness, to do an act of kindness. What does it mean, an act of kindness? An act of kindness means that a person is not lacking anything, but still you give him more than what he needs. Kindness means a person is a millionaire, and you give him $10 billion. He's not lacking, wasn't lacking anything. It's an act of kindness, right? It says, Abu chesed, chesed, kindness, who is hashpa'ah, a giving. a flow, a blessing, whatever you want to call it, but ribui, with plenty, uba'osher rav, and with tremendous richness. The inyan ha'osher, that the idea of richness, who is the eno shayach, it's not relevant. Inyan, the topic, achisaron, of lacking klal at all. Like a gift. You give a person a gift, right? It's an act of kindness. He's not lacking it. He doesn't need it. But you want to show him how much you love him. You give him a gift. You try to find out, what would this person like? What would he like? You give him a thing that he would like. That's called giving something. He's not lacking it. But when he gets it, he feels very good. The same thing. There's two ways in the world. Let's say with a doctor. Either doctor can make a person cured, or he can make a person healthy. What's the difference between cured and healthy? Cured means the person was sick, and now he's not sick. Right? What does it mean that the person is healthy? Ideally, healthy means it's not possible for him to be sick. A person who's really healthy is not possible. There's no way the person is going to get sick. Maybe he'll get old, maybe he'll do this, but not sick. If a person is truly healthy, then there's nothing's going to make him sick. Truly, we're talking about if there is such a thing. I don't know if there's such a level like that. The person, let's say, the Rebbe gives you a blessing, you're going to be healthy your whole life. Healthy means you're never going to be sick. It's not that you're going to get sick and you're going to get cured. Right? One person goes into the Rebbe says you're going to have troubles, but you're going to get cured. Don't worry about it. You should use a good doctor. What do you mean, doctor? I'm not sick. You'll see. Afterwards, the person that you read, there's a lot of stories like that. The Rebbe tells them to go to a certain doctor. The guy says, I'm not sick. I don't know what you're talking about. All of a sudden, they reveal the guy says, a leg problem or that's a problem. But that's called being cured. Being cured means what we're doing now. We're trying to cure the world. We make blessings, we do commandments, we learn Torah. It cures the world. To make the world healthy means bringing health is a totally different thing. It means a situation there cannot be any sickness. Nothing can be lacking. Is there such a thing now? Not. The Rebbe says yes, there is. The Rebbe says yes, there is. That's essence of God. The essence of God is found everywhere. As soon as it's revealed, then it's going to be a whole different story. And that's what's going to be in the days of the Mashiach. That's what's represented by the big letters in the Torah. And that's the new Torah. And that Torah was given also on Mount Sinai, as we'll discuss more, God willing.